What's up, Internet? Welcome back to some Nerd Alert. I am Brandon. I'm here with Chase, JP2, and JP3. Welcome,
Wait, what?
everybody.
Not even close.
Two's dead. It's not Easter, so ain't no
Oh, is
zombies.
it 3 and 4?
Kinda. 3 is back
Are
in
you
Ohio.
4th?
I'm 4.
How did I lose count of that?
I don't know.
4 and 5?
4, 5.
Yeah,
James is a 5. I never would have
Yeah.
guessed it.
yeah.
I don't know.
1, 2, 5,
Well,
4,
listen, guys, I'm
5.
gonna have to pull
We
up.
count like that. We go like this,
The family tree I printed up of your whole lineage and reevaluate because I wasn't reading it correctly.
We're not creative. We just pass it down, add a Roman numeral on, and then try
Yeah,
to
that's
figure out what
great.
we call each other. Jim,
What are we
Jim.
gonna do? What are we gonna do when James's kids' generation don't know what Roman numerals are?
I'll single-handedly
They'll
teach
call
everyone.
him, they'll call him the.
V. It's like, no.
V.
Watch Friday the 13th to be like, see, this is part 6. VI. You're perfect.
Who's Palmquist V?
6.
It's funny. Back in the day before technology really caught up,
Mm-hmm.
there were a lot of instances in small town Medina where it was like, wait a minute. Are you sure you're saying who you are? You really are who you are? I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, got pulled over driving. Sir, you're not in your 40s. I'm like, no, 16. You looked up the wrong James Benjamin Palmquist, idiot. Yeah.
You're like, haven't you seen Jack that hasn't come out yet?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's reverse, but you don't know about it. But there'll be Benjamin Buttons one day, and I'm him.
On the flip side, it's like, are you issuing a refund? Because you can send it right to me right here. Cash? Go ahead.
Actually, if you have any money for that, I am 40 years old.
He's getting a prize, a cash prize. Yes, that's me.
They're like, we finally caught him.
No.
So, guys, I had an idea for a throwdown, and I wanted everybody's opinion on it because I'm pretty sure that now this is the same intellectual property, or the same company owns the property. But what do you think would happen if the Predator or a Predator landed on Endor? The moon of Endor.
My base instinct stands no chance against the Ewoks.
Right? I think that'd be a fun movie.
It's the Ewoks dismember him immediately.
Maybe one shows up, they kill that Predator, so then the Predator send 3 more Predators, and then you've got a full Ewok versus Predators movie.
It's a weird one because the Predator has way better aim than the Stormtroopers. And theoretically, his armor is better, but just the number of Ewoks, and it's their planet, so home field advantage. Yeah, I gotta go with the Ewoks. Plus, we've never seen a Predator, as far as I can remember, survive in their own movie. So they're always defeated at some point. So I feel like, yeah, the Ewoks would win.
Chase, any thoughts?
The Predator, for sure.
What I would like to see is he lands on the forest and he's trying to figure out where he's at, and then you just see 6 stormtrooper helmets impaled on spikes. That's how.
You know what I imagine?
Crossover.
I imagine the Predator picking up one of the Ewoks, and then when Captain America rips the wood in half.
Oh my God, that's so dark. Why would you do that? I don't know. I was like, you have these properties. I think if you make it a Pixar movie, it'd be great. Pixar animation.
Well, they did an animated Predator series, so why not? But on the flip side, I think
our Pixar movie.
We saw the good guy Ewoks, but they clearly had a dress from something that they wouldn't have made for any reason. So I do believe they were good hunters and just killing whatever was there for food and such. And they just happened to have that dress that they gave Leia because Wicked made friends with her. So I think they were pretty savage. We just saw the good guy side of it.
And I feel like at least once the Predator has to drop kick an Ewok.
Oh, there's going to be casualties. You will see some Ewoks.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying at the end of the movie, who's standing tall? And I do have to say, I really put thought into it. I think the Ewoks. I think it ends and it shows that same line of stormtrooper helmets impaled and then the Predator helmet at the end.
Or is it like 2 where they exchange ancient guns.
They hand him their little spear.
Exactly.
When he hangs it on the wall, it's like this big. He's just like, all right.
Well, they could do a perfect joke where it's like all big for them, and he hands it to the Predator, and then he just picks up a toothpick, and he's just
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like it's like he's like, thank you for the sphere, wonderful.
And then the Ewoks get the massive gun, and now they just have a particle cannon.
One of them shoots it, and they fly back. You know.
You bring up a good point, and I hate to go further in the nerddom. Is this before or after the Empire? Because if they have the Empire guns and weapons now, because they were moving.
I say it's after
ATSTs,
the Empire.
Oh yeah, Predator's in trouble. Predator's in trouble.
Yeah.
Or maybe Predator lands, teaches the Ewoks, and then that's why they're able to take down the Empire.
You're right. I think you're onto something. So maybe there was no versus situation. It was more of, hey guys, we're going to train you.
All of our throwdowns end in high fives. We're always like, they would team up.
Maybe they all ended up at the bar again.
Exactly.
Well, they realized that the ultimate evil is not one another. It's the Empire.
It's like authoritarianism. But you know what else? So thinking of Disney properties, we'll think about this one. But if anybody comes up with a Tron that you'd like to see interact with another franchise, Predator versus Tron.
How would we get the Predator in the grid in the first place? I feel like that requires
Kevin Flynn
a lot of effort.
Laser shoots.
Underestimating their intelligence. I mean, they're spacefarers. We haven't even gotten that far in Tron.
Yeah,
well, I know, but I feel like you'd have to.
Sorry. They have a computer program. He just plugs in a fucking hard drive and it just erases everything.
It would be funny to see the different languages, whatever they use to code.
Delete. No.
Well, that was what I came up with. That was my throwdown. So I'm glad we talked it out.
Oh, I do have one. Tron versus Mega Man.
Tron.
Yeah.
Come on. Like Tron the program.
Mega Man's cool, but Tron.
He's no Tron.
Oh, and how about this one? Tron versus Matrix.
Tron.
Matrix.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although, would we not have a similar situation where Neo and Tron would both agree that there's a larger, wider evil to deal with?
You're right. Now we're back to high fives. We're teaming up.
How does it happen?
Dude, sick time sewing technique.
James, we're trying to have a fight here.
Yeah, why can't we just be happy with bloodlust? Why must we make them friends every time?
I don't know.
But I mean, that seriously, Neo is obviously godlike.
Yeah.
Flynn is godlike. In the grid. So it's like interesting. That would be an interesting fight.
That'd be funny if Flynn just shows up and you have Agent Smith who's like, you're not supposed to be here. And he just completely erases Agent Smith.
That's what I said. Like, he got that figured out.
Or when they get unplugged and they're both in the real world and there's like a slap fight because they don't have any of those powers.
He throws his frisbee, it just falls. He's like, shit, I don't know how to actually throw this thing.
Oh.
How about between Agent Smith and McAfee Security?
I hope Agent Smith, because I'm so tired of the stupid messages, the fake ones, the spam, scam stuff I get from McAfee. So I'm really hoping Agent Smith on that one.
Everything on the internet just feels like
McAfee's pretty relentless, though. You know.
Oh God, it's brutal. I saw a funny interview. I haven't seen Ready or Not 2. I know you have, Chase. But I saw a funny one with what's the dude's name who's starring in it? Why can't Elijah Wood? Elijah Wood shows up on set and Samara Weaving's there, and she runs up. Oh my God, it's Elijah! I was like, oh, you knew my uncle, and I'm like, that is such a cool connection. It didn't even click that Lord of the Rings.
Hugo Weaving.
Shut up.
That's her uncle.
No way.
Yeah, so he, from what I read, I don't know, I didn't research if this was an AI article, so I was full of shit. But like he met her over in New Zealand when they were filming because he brought her to the set, meaning Hugo. That's pretty awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool connection.
Oh,
and Elijah Wood's just cool as balls.
He is awesome.
Have you guys seen that one video he made where it's like all home recording and he's challenging a dude to a fight.
Wait, what is it?
I'll have to find it and send it to you guys, but it is such a dumb, funny meme of Elijah Wood.
He's the definition of I made enough money on Lord of the Rings. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I'm going to make Maniac. I'm going to make TV show Willard. Was it Willard? No, what was it called?
Wilfred.
Thank you. And Swiss Army Man. I'm like, whatever the fuck I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. I don't care.
Dude, he was in last thing I watched him in was Yellow Jackets. He's great in that. Like, yeah, anything he's in, I'm gonna probably like participate in.
Yeah, he's just so much fun.
I think they're all in that position, but he's the one that I think he's still like just actively doing more. I guess everyone else is like, yeah, I can just hang out on this money, which is great.
Like, I still want an Academy Award. I can't do all that crazy.
Sean Astin's, I think, president of SAG, isn't he?
Is he really?
Yeah. He gave a pretty good speech during the SAG Awards. It was really cool. Very in heart.
He's odd. God, man. He's so
I found this meme. You all will be sent it.
Shit.
Just so I can prove I'm not crazy.
Great. Now my phone's got a virus.
That is my favorite thing, having a younger son like that. When we watch movies, like, that's where that comes from? I'm like, yeah, it was more famous before memes came around. But yeah, where it came from.
Speaking of which, I feel like there was the reverse of that in the film we watched last night.
Yeah,
Naked Gun.
Oh, I've seen this before. Yeah. Hold on. Which Naked Gun did you watch? The new one?
The new one. The Clippy reference. I was not expecting Clippy to show up.
Have you guys seen it?
No, I've not yet.
Have you seen it, Chase?
Yeah.
It was. I thought it had moments, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, and I didn't tie together as well as the.
It's so funny, dude. It's so fucking funny.
But there are like the bank scene, obviously, that we all saw in the credits. Is hilarious, and there's just moments as you're going along, and I love the ending. And I'm talking, and I don't remember. And James is sitting there as we're watching the ending with just the police siren on top, and it's the old school car. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's hilarious. That's exactly how they used to intro the TV show. And James is like, well, I thought it was a movie. I'm like, well, yeah, it was a TV show. Then they did a movie, and now they did a reboot. And it's just things I forget that, yeah, it was a TV show.
And how funny was Pam Anderson, though? She surprised me so much.
I heard she was really good in that.
Even having the cameo of Presley. What's her name? She was in the original Naked Gun movie.
Yeah, that's a even stretch of the word cameo. She's in it for, I'm not even joking, maybe a second.
Yeah, but it was she was basically making a punchline, is like clapping on the couch or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. It was cool that she was in it, because obviously, I want to say this, I think everybody else is dead. So it was like, that's cool.
I liked the end credits. There's kind of a new joke where everyone froze, but they didn't, and they don't know why.
That's pretty funny.
Punches at the credits because he's like, have you been watching us the whole time?
Have you been watching us the whole time? Doesn't he call it as like perverts or something?
Yeah.
So is that what you guys have been watching?
Well, that's just what we watched last night. When James is on spring break from UNR, I don't know if you could tell, his room is way cooler now than it is when he's up on his own.
Break.
So yeah, we love to catch up on movies, and we haven't seen that one yet. So that was last night's venture.
And we sat Madison down to watch Jason X.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
How did that go?
Well, Madison the night before, because I'm the Friday the 13th guy. I thoroughly enjoy it. Chase and I went and saw, speaking of which, Chase and I went and saw the 3D version of Part 3 in a theater. Like, I know bucket lists are supposed to be like big deals. Well, that was on my bucket list, man, and it's checked off. I loved it.
Did they give you regular 3D glasses, or did they do the red and blue?
Nope, they gave us regular ones.
Okay.
But it was the cheesy.
Oh,
it
yeah.
looked so bad, and it was so good.
See, I've never seen it in 3D, so watching it every time, I'm like, oh, they're doing the 3D thing here.
There were so many good moments with the 3D, but it was probably the simplest and quietest one that was my favorite. Is this lady's watching TV, and the signal starts to go out, so she starts messing with the rabbit ears, and it's like right in your face.
That's hilarious.
And it's funny, that's not one of the ones I think is obvious watching it in 2D. So I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. That's funny. The credits were hilarious because I'd never thought of those as 3D, but then the credit.
Oh yeah, the opening credits. It's just right.
Yeah.
In your face. And Madison was literally like reaching out to touch him. That was funny.
That's hilarious.
But it was interesting seeing, and I advocate now more so when these movies are re-released, please go watch them, gang. One, so they'll keep doing it. We get to see more. But you just see so much more information when you see it in the theater because it's such a bigger screen. And then because it was originally filmed and now they've done the best transfer possible, theoretically, you just get so much more information. There were so many elements of the depth of field with the 3D where he's not shooting like James Cameron style awesomeness. They're just like, okay, we're going to do this, but you get the foreground in the background and it's just, wow, really effective. And Jason was in so many shots I never noticed on my TV in 2D versus 3D in a theater, and he's just looming in the background. And you're like, holy shit.
So, it had been a very long time since I had seen that. I forgot, and I get it. Like the mask, I don't think they ever intended for it to be so synonymous with Jason. So I guess I get it from that perspective. But it's so underwhelming when he gets the mask. He just has it on randomly.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. I remember thinking that one of the times I watched it, that I was like, not only is this the third installment and this guy's only been in 2 of them, but he doesn't even get the mask until the third. And when you think about it, you don't ever get, very little people, a very small amount of people, like, I think even realize that she's the killer in the first one. Like, I don't think there's a lot of people who like sat and watched all of them. So yeah, it's crazy to think that that's his idea, or like, who he is.
You know what I found interesting?
Because the behind the scenes to that is, it was literally like, well, what do we want to put on Shelley, the dude who was playing all the practical jokes and shit? And the costume designer was like a Blackhawks fan or something, so had the old style hockey mask. It's like, oh,
really?
We'll just throw this on Shelley, and then it ended up on Jason. Because you're right, Chase. If that mask does not exist in this movie, I don't know if there's a fourth, but I just don't know if this entry is in my top 5. But because he gets that mask and he's standing on the dock, who are you? It's just such an iconic start to Jason. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is funny you say that, though, because I thought about that he just kind of picks it up. It's not even anything, but
you know what I found interesting too that I forgot about is there's sort of a trend, especially in that era, of the silent killer, of Michael Myers and stuff like that. I don't remember him making actual noises. He makes like grunt noises and stuff, and it caught me off guard a little.
It's also because like Madison was like, oh, you see this in the theater? I'm like, no, honey. I was like 7 when this came out. So I was going through what was the first one I saw in the theater, and we'll get back to it. It was Jason X. But you watch these, and I'm so used to zombie Jason who just trolls around. But like this one, he's like hanging from the barn, dropping down, actually kind of being athletic, so to speak, or can do movements.
He doesn't just like pop out of a corner and
yeah.
Get anybody. Like, you're watching him, and move and
you know, surprisingly too, that I forgot. There's surprisingly almost no nudity in it.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I agree.
All right.
The other part about that was
I'm just saying it could have been a great use of 3D.
Excuse me.
Yeah. We need like 4 more penises in that movie for 3D. Come on.
But that is also one of the notorious things about that entry is, and again, these are all pre-internet. I verified some of these. It was going to be the most brutal, but the MPAA, as they have through the history of Friday the 13th, made him edit it down. And one of the ones that I was hoping it somehow snuck in there, but it didn't. There's supposedly a really brutal version of him killing the guy who's walking on his hands away from the bathroom. He's going to get down to go get beers or whatever, and he's walking on his hands, and Jason just goes right. And there's supposedly a really brutal version of that where they shot. There's a brief scene where you can see underneath as he's crumbling down, but supposedly there's like blood everywhere, and it's just really brutal. And then the ending, I can't remember what the ending was, but the ending was slightly different and it was more brutal. But they had to cut it down because the They got an X rating literally at the time.
Holy shit!
We can't do this.
Now they just do that on episodes of South Park. Like,
Have
Exactly.
you guys seen In a Violent Nature?
I've started it several times, and it's not that I don't like it. It's kind of like Weapons, where I just kind of fall asleep. But
They premiered the trailer, the second trailer a couple of weeks ago. They're doing a sequel.
really?
I like that idea of that character.
But I mean, it's obviously inspired by those classics.
Yeah, that's very much.
So
And then,
you guys have never seen it, right?
not all the way through, no.
No.
It has one of the gnarliest kills I've ever seen in a movie. He like pulls a girl's head through her back somehow. That's the best way I can describe it.
Intriguing.
It's very gnarly. I definitely recommend checking it out.
What is it called?
In a Violent Nature.
Nature.
It's definitely an ode to old school, late 70s, early 80s horror films. But back to Jason X. So Madison and I watched A Nightmare on Elm Street. First time she's ever seen it. And she only had amazing things to say about Freddy and his mythos. And then, tore my heart out with how much she hates Jason. And I'm like, oh.
Damn.
So she wanted to see, hopefully for redemption, I think in her mind, Jason goes to the moon, because that's how James and I kind of referenced it.
It is, yes.
We're watching it, and she's like, so when does he get on the moon? And I'm like, oh, fuck. You're going to be so critical now? Honey, he doesn't actually end up on the moon. I'm out. I don't want to watch this.
Shut up.
No, we convinced her to not happy, and the ending was still, I like Freddy better. I'm like,
damn.
Why did she agree to go to the movie to see it in?
Because
was she hoping it'd be better? Or?
No, because she knew I wanted to.
Oh,
that's nice.
How sweet.
Exactly. Yeah, and my son abandoned me, so he couldn't go with me.
I gotta go to college. I gotta go get smarter and learn things.
Exactly.
Hey, I wanted to ask you though, Jimmy. Now with all of the wins, any more interest in watching one battle after another?
You know, I forgot something, and this is the only way I'm going to be able to piss you off in return. Paul Thomas Anderson's father. Do you know where he's from?
Oh dear.
God damn it.
Cleveland, Ohio. And he used to, I totally forgot this. I don't know how, well, other than being old. He used to run a late night TV show, and he was known as Ghoulardi, like Ghoul-lardy. And he would do all the weirdo effects things. I can't remember his catchphrase, but it was something like "be weird" or something like that. And it literally, when you watch a lot of the P.T. Anderson stuff, you're like, all right, it's weird. It makes sense now. So yeah, he's a Cleveland boy. So I probably will now have to go watch.
I'm like, Jimmy's about to show us this one battle after another tattoo he got over the weekend.
I would get the tattoo from the Oscars with Conan O'Brien not making fun of, but getting a new meme out of Leo DiCaprio. That was fucking hilarious.
That was actually really good.
That was hilarious. But no, I'm not getting a meme for P.T. Anderson. Unless
when
it's
you didn't agree to this.
Roller Girl right there, baby. That's what I would do.
Well, you know what? Honestly, like I wanted to bring that up just because I, knew you were still not watching it. But horror did really well at the Oscars this year. That is really cool to see. Sinners and then Weapons, which I was super happy that horror got as much, not only like attention, but it won as much as it did.
It's definitely going in the right direction. The Substance got shit ton of nominations last year, and then Weapons and Sinners, and I think it's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
They're getting some new blood in there,
I didn't really see most of the Oscar contenders, but the one I was really disappointed in, and this is before the show itself, Tron was not nominated for anything. And I'm not saying best actor for Jared Leto. I'm not an idiot.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Special effects, music, editing. And I'm like, come on, man. That was beautiful what they were doing when they brought the grid into the real world. And then when they went to the old grid, it's like, that shit was awesome. You can't even nominate them? Fuck you guys.
Tron just is not getting any love from anyone.
You can't get any love.
But no, I thought that was cool. I thought like it just seeing that is awesome because I know for years it's been kind of ignored. If you remember, one year they did like a homage to horror, like they did a video, but like didn't nominate anything. They were just like, horror's an important genre. Here's some clips of horror movies, and I was like, okay.
It exists. Now back to our dramas.
Yeah, now back to everything else. But no, that was really cool to see. Thought that was awesome, and everybody who won definitely deserved it.
Yeah. Now if they just open it up to true comedies, that would be great.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
One day we'll get there.
It was
Not
also
now.
cool to see, like after the fact on social media and stuff, Ed Harris and Amy Madigan, who have been at the Oscars for a long time, they're married and all that. And just to see them, I can't remember the first year they were there, probably 86 or something, Field of Dreams, I don't know. And just see how they just aged and are now with her win. It's like, yeah, they worked their ass off for this and they've been in the industry forever. And I love so many of their movies. And they're just like normal people to me when you see that. And it's just cool. I liked it.
Yeah, no, cool to see. I don't know. I liked it. Thought it was a good year again. I know some people like despise the Oscars or whatever, but I always like at least watching it to just get more.
That's my favorite thing about the Oscars every year is how much everyone says it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then they bitch when their pick didn't win or something. Like, I thought you didn't care.
Yeah, I thought you didn't give a shit.
Oh,
I think
that's
they did
a funny one.
the cinematography award, right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was cool. But I really liked Conan was a great host.
Conan's always great.
But when there was a tie for what was it, short film? I can't remember.
Short film, yeah.
Something like that.
And I'm not going to even try and pronounce his name. I'm sorry, guys. He's hilarious.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Thank you. And they're like, guys, I'm serious. This is no joke. Here's how we're going to do it. And then they did it because obviously in our memory, there's the mistake. And then Conan comes up is like, what? Just blew up the brackets for whoever guessed who was.
Yeah, he goes, they just ruined everybody's Oscar pick bracket card today.
That's
Did you hear the introduction he did for Kumail?
That was great.
Yes. Yeah.
What did he say? He's got
He said the body of a Marvel superhero and the voice of a guy who collects Marvel comics, or something to that effect.
He goes, it hurts because it's true.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
I also enjoyed when Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. came up because I felt there was a script there and I felt they didn't give a shit. And then all of a sudden Magic Mike Underwear is up there. And it's like, I think they realize that whatever the writers are doing sucks. So we're just going to be up here and be goofballs.
I'm going to need that back.
That was good.
Why? I gotta work later.
Bro.
I also thought, like, I just Robert Downey Jr. looks like all he wants to do is talk to people about Doomsday, and he's not allowed to. Like every time he's wearing the green suit, he's definitely like hinting at it and stuff. Also, I don't know if you remember, but like the first year that I think it was the Avengers movie or it was either Age of Ultron, but that next year at the Oscars, Robert Downey Jr. was like, hey, just here we are, the stars of the biggest movie of all time, not nominated for anything. And I was like, you know what? Good for him to like kind of push back at that, like.
Can you imagine Marvel Entertainment? Because they weren't Disney.
No.
If they made any other decision, who was going to be Tony Stark? Can you imagine the universe we'd be in versus a dude who has literally lived a life similar to Tony Stark as far as alcohol and drugs, and he embodies it and he owns it. And he's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm Tony Stark.
Yeah, I mean,
unapologetically. And I'm not saying Doomsday is Tony Stark. Shut up.
Yes, please, for the love of God.
I'm just saying his original casting.
Dude, every one of the posts I see that it's like, it's an alternate Tony Stark. I'm like, shut the fuck up, please.
Yeah, I can't wait for none of this to be right and you all to look foolish. Hey, you know what though? On that, we got Daredevil season 2 next week. And that Spider-Man trailer came out. Did everybody watch that Spider-Man trailer?
Go home, Frank.
Yeah, but I also saw this was hilarious. Charlie Cox was a guest. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and they asked him, "Are you in Brand New Day?" And he's like, "Let me just start by saying, if I was, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But I'm not.
I still can't tell you.
Well, the answer is the same." And I'm like, "Thank you, Charlie Cox."
You know what? I honestly, I hope he isn't in it, just because that's hilarious to me, answering everything that way. Like, but man. That trailer
would be interesting. I'm sorry, I'm going to nerd out. That'd be interesting because I know he's wiped out from memories, But if Daredevil, because of his other senses, can be like, dude, this guy is familiar. I don't know why. Like because he was in No Way Home.
Yeah,
Like, that would be. I just love Daryl. That'd be awesome.
well, I mean, we'll see what happens with Daredevil too, because to have Frank and Spider-Man interacting the way they are, like he says, "Go home, Frank." Like maybe we do get to see Tom Holland and Daredevil. You know, like I don't know. I know there's a big legal thing with that. Maybe not, but they're going to have to establish something of them, you know, meeting and talking that way, or at least like,
part of the
maybe
legal
he just knows who the Punisher is because he's in the news. So
the
either
Hulk,
way, we're going to get a closer connection.
the Hulk can't be in his own movies unless they get approval from Universal. So, like you were saying, the legal stuff, we get to see the Hulk, and I miss him like a motherfucker because we know She-Hulk is whatever Marvel's making bad decisions. So I just love that we get to see the Hulk back, and he's got the bracelet on, so he's back to Bruce Banner. Theoretically, he's got more control, and this is after the events of Brave New World, so he's got to have some recognition that there was another Hulk out there.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good.
Can these studios just let go of these Marvel characters already?
No, because then
Sony-
Sony is so
Spider-Man
strong.
is
That
enough.
was easier, Chase. They couldn't possibly.
My knee.
What did you say?
I said that would make things so much easier, Chase. They couldn't possibly.
You don't want Craven 2?
Yeah, come on.
Electric Boogaloo.
I'd watch that. I would-
Actually, yeah, that sounds way better.
in fact,
It'd somehow be like one of the greatest
Morbius.
comedies ever out of nowhere.
I'd
Or
love that.
Morbius too. It's Morbin time. More Morbin time.
Just Electric Boogaloo. More
Corbin Boogaloo.
whatever. I don't care.
More Boogaloo.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. I didn't watch any Marvel last year that wasn't a new movie. So like if it came out, I did a rewatch the year before of everything. So I took all last year off. So I am excited to kind of rewatch maybe some of the Spider-Man and Avengers before things come out. But Spider-Man, man, I'm so stoked on this. Also, the only thing I was picking up with this is he's still trying to hang around MJ and Ned. And she's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "I'm a neighbor or whatever." And I feel like she'd be like, "Aren't you that guy who came into my coffee shop like, 6 months to 8 months ago? When you came in and were staring at me all weird?" Like he's
You remember all the
interacted with her several times.
He's literally forgettable.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that sucks.
But I mean, Marvel's putting him back into a pathetic position when that dude in the trailer is like brushing the hair out of MJ's face.
If
I'm
that's
like,
Paul,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
I think it's Paul, and it's annoying already.
But
Also,
it was awesome. The odes to the comics, like
Yes.
literally Punisher's van, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome!" And then it's so silly, but literally the cover of Amazing Fantasy, where he's got the dude as he's
when he's
it's like, oh, this is so awesome. I love those.
Also, what's with that Keith David voiceover?
I still haven't really caught that. What
People are saying he might be the Lizard. I
Yeah,
think
people are saying it might be Kirk Connors.
another Mysterio.
I see. I'd be down with Kirk Connors or whatever, but Keith David in a Spider-Man movie would be great.
Is there any
Or
significance to the girl on the bus? Because I've been hearing there is.
They're saying it's
saying
supposed to be
she's
Rogue
Rogue.
because it looks like Rogue because she's got the front part of her hair dyed white. To
hope
me, that's a high-profile character.
Yeah.
To not have it cast as, I mean, I don't know, maybe that girl could be cast as, but like I haven't seen her show up anywhere, like that actress or whatever.
Well,
So-
and people are going on the auspice that the hooded figure is Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey, and it's like, first off, we never saw a face. Second, what
Well,
if it's Alan Shire?
they show a room where she's in a chair, and there's
Mhm.
walls built so nobody can make eye contact with her.
And there's the scene after the tank has crashed and he rips the turret out and the old lady's in there and he turns around and there's like the agents there and all of a sudden they get hit. So they either
That is
deleted something or there's sonic power coming at them that you can't
Do
see.
you think Madam Web will pop up?
I hope not.
We just have Borland show up.
There's
and
another shot
Madam
in
Web
the
is like,
last in the last movie or the last one that came out. Everyone kept saying that shot where they're jumping across at each other looked cropped. Somebody did it with this one. There's another shot where he's jumping off a building and it looks like the hand ninjas are coming at him, and it looks like there's a lot of empty space below him. So that could be Hulk, that could be Frank, that could be Daredevil. But you know,
I was shocked. Maybe I missed it, the rumors and shit. I did not know the Hand was going to be in this, and the Hand is traditionally.
Do you think they'll find a way to bring back the other Spider-Man, or do you think that's done?
That is honestly a rumor I read, that one of the reasons why he's now Organic Webs is because he hung out with Tobey Maguire's version for too long, and that's the mutation that's going.
Hey, bro, what's up?
Internet speculation.
I keep hearing that you're going to see the other Spider-Man show up in Doomsday, and there's going to be something that happens. And honestly, like, if that happens, like, I'm fine with it. But for fuck's sake, man, like, gotta let this shit die. It's gotta stop at some point.
Nuh-uh.
I don't need to keep seeing Tobey Maguire show up as like older Peter Parker forever. Like, just fucking.
Hey,
come on.
We could also get Andy Samberg as the Scarlet Spider.
Oh my god! Actually, you know what I did see is, like, you know what, I think everyone's guessing Sadie Sink is going to be Jean Grey, or some people are even saying maybe Typhoid Mary, and someone's like, I'm calling it now. She's Miles Morales.
Well, didn't we get Typhoid Mary in a Netflix series, which is now kind of canon?
Wait, in that was Typhoid Mary in that?
I thought they had a character that was going that route, kind of like with Bullseye, and they never really became those characters. But I thought there was a Typhoid Mary that was being in, or character that could have been Typhoid Mary being introduced. I can't remember. But that's the other thing.
He plays in season 2 of Iron Fist. Iron Fist?
No, it was in Daredevil.
It says Alice Eve played a live-action version of Mary Walker, who was Typhoid Mary, in season 2 of Iron Fist.
That doesn't make sense.
Do you think that guy's feelings are hurt that no one's asking for Iron Fist?
I didn't think Iron Fist got 2 seasons. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, it did.
It did? God damn.
I did not see the second season, but it did. But no, he's coming. From what I've read, he's coming back.
You know what? I love Danny Rand, and there's a really good comic run of him from Matt Fraction. I love that character, and I kind of hate that Marvel was so, like, quickly did away with him when they thought it was going to be like, oh, he's not an Asian superhero with an Asian power. Like, they established this new one, and, like, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything. He's the version they use in the Marvel Rivals game, but, like, he's not caught on in the comics as far as I can tell. Like, I think they've done like 2 or 3 miniseries with him. He was Swordmaster, and now he became Iron Fist, but I don't know. I don't think he's as popular, and I think they're kind of trying to figure out a way to, like, bring Danny back as the Iron Fist, because they're not doing anything with the one they just, established. So,
well, in the movies too, and I guess that counted with TV, they haven't figured out martial arts, because Shang-Chi, I know it's coming, but it's like, that's the largest gap between sequels in Marvel history. That's ridiculous.
He's going to be in Doomsday, right?
Yeah, but literally having another Shang-Chi movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just, you know what? I was watching Wonder Man, and, like, they, have some stuff show up in there, and I just get to the point that I'm like, I wish they would just be more casual with what they have. Like, it always feels like they're like, well, we can't possibly, like, rush this. Like, just introduce a character, and like this, it's like Hulk's in it, Frank's in it, just have them show up. It doesn't have to be this, like, 40 minutes of the movie we see him from the shadows to introduce him.
Well,
like,
Eternity showed up out of nowhere in Love and Thunder, and it was like, okay, well, I guess we're just doing that now. But, like, and then they have yet to do something similar where it's just like, oh yeah, this character exists. It's like, oh, yeah. No.
Like they did Wonder Man. Just have him show up somewhere. I don't need, like, this crazy, like, even if he shows up for 10 minutes and fights a bad guy.
Hercules pop up or something?
Yeah, at the end of Love and Thunder.
Or will for the next Thor movie, but, like, when is that going to be? Between the next Shang-Chi and the mess, all the other ones you're waiting on. I just wish there was a little more product.
Any word on Luke Cage at all?
Expanded the universe.
From what I've read, Luke Cage is the only one who hasn't confirmed to be coming back for some kind of Marvel thing. And I honestly didn't look into it more. I don't know whose side that is on. And it could be something like Marvel's being more cautious, because clearly the Blade announcement has not paid off ever.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Why is that so difficult for them? Holy shit.
I mean, I think I've said it before. You know, we're all comic book fans. I'm gonna ride this wave until the wheels fall off. I'm not. I love that we're getting comic book movies. I'll see as many as I can while they're popular, but might be time that they reconvene or start over or do something here soon, because I feel like the last couple of years they definitely overthought it.
When they were putting out a bunch to just make money, and that might have been part of that with that announcement, and now they're like, oh, we got to cut back a little bit.
I'm so stoked about the Spider-Man trailer. It really felt like a return to what made the movies great, in the first place.
And I know we have all talked. We all are fans. We haven't really had a Marvel thing that we were about. I feel like the four of us are entertained.
We stood by our stance on the Marvels.
Yeah,
it's so funny because now I'm seeing people come around to it, and it's like, oh.
But I'm just saying, I do.
I'll never forget.
But I was still a fan of everything.
Yeah,
I just remember leaving the theater for Doctor Strange 2 with you, and we were stoked on it.
Yeah,
and then everyone just shit on it, and to this day I don't understand it.
Well, I think there was especially as we came into that stage of the Marvel universe, whatever. I can't remember what stage that was, but there was just backlash with, well, nothing is going to be as good as Endgame. So, I'm not saying Eternals was great for any stretch of the imagination. Black Widow was good. I very much enjoyed it, but literally everything after that, not counting No Way Home, was just shit upon.
Yeah,
and it's like,
isn't it crazy that the lady did Marvels or Eternals did Hamnet?
Yeah, that is nuts. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And that, I guess, another one. I was never a big Buffy fan, but that reboot just got canceled, and she was, I believe, the showrunner working on that. And from what I read about it, they came out and said, and this cracks me up because that's a Fox show, and clearly Marvel's Disney, who she's worked with. And I believe back when she won her Academy Award for Nomadland, that was a Fox thing. But they basically came out and said, "Oh yeah, this show didn't have good direction," which is on the director, who is an Academy Award-winning director and 3 times nominated. If I can
also
remember.
Working closely with Sarah Michelle Gellar, who I would arguably say knows the character pretty well, and just be like, "No, yeah, they didn't know they really having a handle on this," and it's like, all right,
are we sure about that?
Maybe the problem was Warner Brothers paid too much to bring Rupert back for Ted Lasso, so they couldn't bring him back for Buffy.
They knew it.
Which just means we're going to get awesome Ted Lasso.
Whatever. Hey, listen, here for Ted Lasso.
I'll take it.
Man, that last episode of Shrinking was a bummer.
So, like we've been talking about, what are we watching? Shrinking. Oh my goodness. I cannot think of a show currently going that is so highs with humor and lows with real life things, and it's like, motherfucker.
It's like watching Scrubs all over again.
Like the incident in it. It's funny, the number of times I'm like, have you seen Shrinking? And I'm like, what? The one where they make people smaller? And I'm like,
God,
no, it's referring to psychiatry. Shrink.
Yeah.
That sort of shrinking. But we see a death, and I thought that was the low point. But then when she's fired by other clients because they don't now trust her because of that death, and it's like, holy shit, that is a kick in the nuts.
Super, super bummer of an episode. I was like, God damn it.
But it was still an awesome episode. I'd watch that every time, and it's cool because going back to Marvel, we have Kobe coming in, dating, early dating for Jason Segel.
That's funny because weren't they in was it How I Met Your Mother?
How I Met Your Mother, yeah. And they weren't the ones that were together, obviously.
No.
Allison, whatever her name is, one time band camp.
But I like that it seems. I mean, Jason Segel's a showrunner for it, but you're getting that collection of people you've seen in Bill Lawrence comedies, as well as people that he is wanting to work with again and stuff. So I thought that was.
And cool. 2 episodes ago, when Derek was in trouble, physically with his heart. If he died, I was out.
Oh no, I was like, if you kill Derek, I'm fucking done here. I can't do this.
Nope. Yeah, fuck that.
Do not harm Derek. Derek is my favorite person on that show. Just the I think it's the first season of like, good morning, Pam. No, we don't like Pam. And he goes, oh, eat a dick, Pam. Like, fucking just casually throwing it out there. Fucking
so cool. And then Derek too, who's just as cool, Marlon Wayans Jr. Like, dude, this show, all cylinders, highly recommend. If you haven't seen Shrinking on Apple TV, highly recommend it.
Yeah,
it's a Bill Lawrence joint. Chase, I know you've been watching some stuff. What you got?
I don't know how much I can say, but I saw the new Malcolm in the Middle episodes.
Okay.
Very good.
I've seen the screenshot. Obviously, thank God it doesn't show us all of Bryan Cranston's nudity, but it's just like they went right back to where they were before with his character, and he's like, I love this character. I'm going to just embrace it.
I mean, it's definitely for the fans.
Awesome.
A lot of inside jokes, a lot of surprise characters and stuff returning, and
okay,
I really enjoyed it. It's only 4 episodes, unfortunately, but
is it? Oh, that's the whole revival.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know. It seems kind of cool to go back and watch Bryan Cranston in a role that before
it's so cool to see him doing comedy again.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved him in that show, but you know, Breaking Bad is obviously when he really just like soared to popularity and showed everybody he's one of the greatest actors we have.
He hasn't lost a step though, man. He's still so funny.
Yeah, I'm excited to go back and see him do what he started. Well, you know, what we really got to see him start with. I know he's in Seinfeld. I know he's in other stuff too. But...
Well, no, it's funny you say that because he was not as much like Patrick Warburton. He wasn't supposed to be a returning character in Seinfeld. So when you now see his body of work and you go back and you see him in Seinfeld, you're like, fucking so talented. I can see why they brought him back. Like every episode he's in, there's only like 4, but they're all awesome. They're all hilarious.
Yeah, I am excited to see him do that again. Is it weird with the different kid playing the little brother Dewey? It is. Well, guess we'll get over that.
I think we're going to see that more because I like these revisiting old shows. Like MN and I Miller were talking about Frasier, that their reboot. He did not like it. And I was like, dude, I think this is hilarious. And it was Frasier moving from Seattle back to the Boston area, really to connect with his son. And I thought it was highly entertaining. It only lasted 2 seasons on Paramount. But I like revisiting some of these things with updated modern things that are going on. Murphy Brown, who we just saw Candice Bergen in Shrinking. That was crazy. I haven't seen her in a...
Dude, I would kill to see Seinfeld modern day.
Wow, I had not thought of that. That's interesting.
There's a whole...
George, what are you doing with that phone?
There's a whole subreddit where it's people...
talking about modern Seinfeld plots.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's
well,
so
you know what's funny is when there was a season of Curb where they kind of did that, and then Larry was stepping in to play as George or whatever, but even that episode is now like 10 years old, so it's now entirely different than whatever the plot of that season.
George Costanza tries Tinder.
Oh my God! Actually, that sounds great.
No, he hears about Tinder, but then he accidentally joins Grindr.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It moved.
Or he hears somebody talking about it at the gym, and they're in good shape, so he wants to.
Well, I like the sound of this.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I just want to see Newman show up because he's lost all that weight and got fit.
Wait, did he really?
Oh yeah, Wayne Knight is lost a lot of weight and he works out quite a bit. Yeah.
For him.
See, I want to see Newman, but like jacked.
It's funny, yeah, it is. And then it'd be funny too because Elaine, obviously Julia Louis-Dreyfus, has probably had more success than even Jerry from a TV standpoint or movie standpoint.
That lady does not miss with sitcoms. Holy shit. Or just TV shows.
Oh yeah.
What did she do? Seinfeld and then the old what's that called?
Old Adventures of the New Christine.
Adventures of Old Christine.
Yeah. And then Veep.
And she
now the Marvel Universe.
I mean,
yeah. But she's another one too. When she shows up, you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I love seeing her in anything.
Yeah.
What else?
Kramer finds a VR headset.
Oh, what's up?
I just said Kramer finds a VR headset.
James has actually got some pretty good ideas here for Seinfeld. Like, somebody's got to hit him up.
Kramer has to go into the VR headset because he pissed off too many minorities, and he can't live in the real world. How about that one?
I found virtual reality poker, Jerry.
He accidentally joins the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
He puts it on and he wanders out of the apartment all the way across New York. Just
hey, Jerry, have you heard of VR porn?
Jerry, it's so real. You just can't touch it, which is the real travesty.
What else?
Well, you know what surprised me on Malcolm is they curse in it.
Oh, it's Hulu now. You can do that.
Dude, watching the SAG Awards, which I think that was the one on Netflix, or was it the Golden Globe? I can't remember. One of them was on Netflix, and I was like, holy shit, like they're swearing, no bleeping. I'm like, I love this. It was awesome. Yeah.
I saw Ready or Not 2.
What'd you think of that?
The first one's better.
Okay.
Were they ready?
Huh?
Were they ready?
You know, surprisingly, she was not as ready as you'd think she would be.
Oh, or not. Okay.
That was kind of one of the more disappointing things, is that you can understand her ill-preparedness with the first one. You know, it's very shocking. But you would think once she realizes, oh shit, I have to do this again. I wanted her to be more vicious and more,
a little more gung ho,
fed the fuck up with these people, but she's not.
Damn.
That's definitely one of those where I'm like, how exactly are you doing a sequel? Given, and no, I mean, obviously don't get away, but how are you doing a sequel given the events of the first one and that family was wiped out? Okay,
it's good, but I love the first one.
Yeah,
this one was just
it was so unique. That setup was so good.
Yeah, I felt like so much of what made the first one good was that reveal of it's all true.
Yeah,
they don't have that anymore.
Interesting.
Oh, you mean at the end of the movie when everybody starts blowing up? I'm like, oh shit! Like
they have some good jokes with it still, but there was just something significant about that reveal. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of reveals and twists or whatever, I'm not gonna get into it, but I know Chase has seen it, but Begonia was pretty solid.
Yeah, I think you talked about it last time.
Did I? Yeah,
I've not seen it, but the more and more I see of it, I definitely want to check it out because it's like, what the fuck is going on in this thing?
Yeah,
it's the kind of movie when you see it, it's like it might be more rare than we want it to be, but they still take risks. You know, there's still people out there that are willing to fund this, just
make fun, different ideas,
bizarre shit.
Yeah, and God, Jesse Plemons is so good in that. I mean, so is Emma Stone. She's out fucking standing.
That was a cool Oscar moment where Michael B. Jordan's walking off and he just turned. I don't know if that was a setup or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's just
there. And he's like,
that was so good.
Yeah. Like, dude, that's awesome. Friday Night Lights.
Between that and then seeing him at In-N-Out I'm like, fuck yeah, this guy knows what's up.
No, baller. Yeah,
I'd be doing the same shit. I do it all the time. I just don't have an Academy Award.
Take that.
So
I'm always standing up there where people are getting their orders, trying to take photos, and people are very confused. They're like, "What are you doing?"
So what I'm hearing is, Brandon, you've had enough In-N-Out. Now you need to get an award.
Exactly.
Write a good screenplay.
Someone to hand me one.
Come on. Write a good screenplay. I believe in you, Brandon.
I did not research this at all. I just liked the rumor that supposedly Timothée Chalamet went through the drive-thru at that In-N-Out. I'm like, I don't care if that's true or not. That's hilarious to me.
Did he talk about how ballet and opera suck while he was in the drive-thru?
Nobody wanted to hear him because they're all inside with Michael B. Jordan.
Really he never said that it sucked.
I know, but it's funny to.
I like how Conan approached that. That was kind of fun how he did that during the little, assassins.
He didn't make much jazz. People are like really like, oh my, like guys, you know who else thinks that shit's boring? Like most people his age or younger, like. It's a acquired taste.
He didn't say it was boring. He just said it wasn't as popular as it used to be, which is fucking true.
Yeah, like.
Well, I can't remember who came out and defended him.
And he never says either that it shouldn't be popular.
Yeah.
I think they came out and said he's from an artistic family, so it's not like he's shitting on it. He's just telling the truth. What everybody already knows.
But it was funny to watch the internet blown out of proportion.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, can we talk about Dune 3?
Oh, we can.
What? That's like the Dune Messiah. Where the
I actually had a question. Is that what they're doing? Are they doing book by book? Like, is the first movie the first book?
The first 2 movies are the first book.
Okay.
And then this one is from Messiah.
That's the second book?
Third book.
So they
second book? Second book.
Messiah's the second.
So are we going to get a full run, or are they stopping at 3?
3. It's their advertising is the epic conclusion.
Yeah, we can only hope.
We're never going to get a full Dune.
We can only hope we don't. Yeah.
Now
I'd be surprised if this is where it dies.
Really?
This might be where like Denis Villeneuve jumps off, but I think they might keep it going.
I mean, you got like what? 8, isn't it 8 books?
That's a lot, but the books get increasingly.
When did Frank Herbert stop writing?
Not soon enough.
Did he die or did he just
5 or 6? I know his son took over. I just don't remember where.
Yeah. No, someone just ignoring Jimmy.
If only George R. R. Martin fucking write like he did, just finish it.
No, why would he do that?
But
he could just be on vacation.
George R. R. Martin's such a dick. He creates these books that everyone loves, and then when they're like, "Dude, you've promised this other one. Like, why are you on my ass about it? Like, you wanted us to care. Now we care. Now you're mad that we care. Like, what the fuck?"
I can't think of another writer that I hate. Like, I love his work, but I hate the dude because, like, fucking finish it, man.
No. You know what's funny is he does an interview. I think it was with Stephen King, and he makes a joke about how Stephen King can just like put out a book every year.
Yeah.
And he sort of passes it off as a joke, like, how do you do that, But I think part of him was like, I fucking hate this guy. He can just release a book every year, and they're all good, They're
that's what the cocaine was for.
Well, yeah, I mean, you write faster.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Anywho, I was being myself. Yes, the new Dune 3 trailer came out. You guys were talking about that.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna give Jimmy like another
shit yourself.
Maybe 3 minutes.
Those words just like fell out of his mouth like a just shit.
I've never watched him care less about a topic. He's like, you guys discussed the topic you were talking about. And
don't worry, strap him down, and we'll watch David Lynch's Dune.
Anyway, you guys were talking about that.
So
I would like to defend myself in that I've watched the first one, which obviously was not the David Lynch one, I should say. I watched the first of the new ones, and I tried to read the fucking books. All of it failed, so I'm just like.
Did you know there's a movie
Jimmy
that they
just
made
doesn't like
2000?
Tool. He just is not a fan of Tool, and he's never going to be that into Dune. I'm sorry.
I'm fine with that, by the way. What, Chase?
They made a Dune movie in 2000. Did you know that?
Did they?
You know what? Just like these new ones, I ignored it.
Did they really?
Yeah, I didn't know either.
I only know about the Lynch and the Denis Villeneuve ones.
They did a TV miniseries.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. God.
I watched a video last night actually.
Frank Herbert's Dune, a 3-part miniseries. Starring William Hurt.
The fight between Atreides and I forget what his
William
name is.
Hurt.
And
that's it.
So William Hurt played all the roles. That's great. I like that.
Yeah, just starring.
They could have brought Mike Myers on.
I just remember watching it and it looked like the worst costume design you've ever fucking seen. Like Power Rangers.
The photos look like Sci-Fi Channel. So yeah.
I was gonna say, was it broadcast TV or was it at least?
Yeah, I think it was broadcast.
Oh wow.
Well, it's 2000.
Wait, now that you say sci-fi, I think I do vaguely remember seeing promos.
Yeah.
It was broadcast because it was 2000. I mean,
wow. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Streaming and stuff.
Yeah. So I've tried Dune, and I will eventually watch all 3 of these. I saw the first one, and my big takeaway from that was one, everybody loved it, but it's the first chapter, so I can't really make a decision yet. and they like killed everybody that they made me care about. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'll wait till they're all out. Watch them.
I'm gonna give them.
Oh, Dameron.
I said I'm gonna give Jimmy another couple minutes here to zone out, but the reason I haven't been caught up on a lot of my comics and some of my shows is I've been trying to read more. And right now I'm reading the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, which sounds like it's going to be a TV show at some point, Jimmy. So you'll be caught up once it becomes live action.
What's your words per minute, Brandon?
I don't know. Calm down. But honestly, as far as like nerd stuff goes, I think I was going to like post some reviews on these. I mean, they're old. There's 7 of them now. I didn't know about this series until this year. And I was going to explain it, but I get terrible at explaining things. So I just Googled the premise. Carl, a Coast Guard veteran, and Princess Donut, his ex-girlfriend's cat, are part of a few million beings that escape the elimination of the human species and mining of Earth's resources by the alien Borant Corporation. To survive, they are forced to enter a world dungeon, an 18-level dungeon crawl, borrowing ideas from tabletop role-playing and video games reconstituted from Earth's resources. And basically, he's got to fight his way through this with his ex-girlfriend's cat, who actually gains the powers to talk and ends up being a higher level than him. So, like, they play it as, like, video game characters, but he's, like, talking through. Like, he levels up and he gets, like, loot boxes. And it's a pretty cool book. Jimmy's going to love it when it's a TV show.
It sounds fascinating.
I knew it.
You reminded me too. That's big news. Arrow Video. It's a small physical boutique. They're releasing Stranger Things on 4K and physical in July.
Steelbook?
I don't know. I think it's this huge box set though. It looks really cool.
Chase, how close are you to having to move your mom out of that house because you have too many steelbooks? Like, are you encroaching on her area?
No, I just
That's not it. Don't tell me that's all your collection right there.
Hold on. Come on, you fucking thing. So there's that.
Do you have to reinforce the shelves because they're heavier?
Oh shit!
I mean, they're on there pretty good, and then there's over there. Yeah.
Okay, I see head pool. There you go.
So I call if Chase passes away before me. I call the steelbooks so that I can go recycle them and get some money.
Perfect. I get Chase's posters too.
Okay.
Why does Brandon think he gets everyone's posters?
Like Hal Jordan when he has all the rings on. Like, I get all your posters. You should have heard James last week when you weren't on here. I was like, James was like, I don't even want those Tron posters. They're ugly as hell. And I was like,
I never said that.
He said it like 5 times. He said it so many times.
No.
Yeah, he really.
Yeah.
He says he pretends to like Tron.
He's lying. I am insulted at that statement. Pretend.
You might get him, Brandon, because the older he got, the more he chose, like you can see in the background there, some of his anime junk. And I lost wall space. And then because he made his own decisions what he wanted, and then Madison the same, lost more wall space. And then
I do remember you being like, look, I get to hang him up in the kids' room.
Yeah, gone. Those days are gone. I have 3 downstairs, the Ali Moss Star Wars, and that's all the posters I have in this house.
Well, like I said, those Trons, they'll look great.
Cry about it.
I am, bitch.
Yeah, that's what he was doing, James.
God.
He's actually crying right now.
Yeah, well, he's crying like a big baby and not like a self-assured.
Shut up!
Shut up, Mom!
So
silence from you?
How was Peaky Blinders?
It's one of those rare transitions from television to movie, which I guess the only definition of this is a movie being the running time because it's still on Netflix. That was the one drawback, was it seemed episodic at times where there would be a very long cross dissolve where you're clearly like, I think this is where the episode was going to end, and then the next one was going to begin, but they didn't do it that way. But dude, it was so awesome. Tommy Shelby's character, fucking brilliant. Love him. Was going through it, and it's essentially a showdown between Tim Roth's character, Tommy Shelby and his son Duke, played by Barry.
Tim Roth is not in enough stuff.
No, he was so awesome, but it's basically focused on those three and Rebecca Ferguson, who I also love, and we talked about Dune. I'll go with Silo. She's in Silo. But I got to where I thought the conclusion was coming in the movie, and I just paused, and there's like only 15 minutes left, and I'm like, Jesus, I want more. Like, I thought, I didn't realize I'd been watching almost 2 hours of this, which is a great indication that it's good stuff.
Yeah.
The world building, the use of like Red Right Hand, the music, the song, and much like they did with Westworld, they just repurpose it. But somebody else coming in saying it. I'm not the music guy, so I don't know who did it, but the way they use it as he's coming into town, and that's kind of been their theme over the series with Red Right Hand. Fucking brilliant. May I give you a spoiler?
Yeah, it's fine.
So he's writing this book of basically his life, secluding himself because almost everybody in his life has died. His daughter, his wife, his sister, lovers. He has one sister left, and she came to visit him, whatever. That's not the important part. But he's pulled out of this isolation, and he comes out and he goes to the bar that he basically owned with his brothers for the longest time. And it's World War II, so there's a lot of soldiers in there, and nobody knows who he is. And he turns off the record player, and
is that the jukebox scene with the grenade?
Exactly. And one dude, bartender, comes from the back, and he's the younger guy. He's like, "Oh no, we don't need guns, put them away." And this one soldier steps up to him, and they're like, "You got to turn the music on. We're going to go back and dance." And I'm Thomas Shelby, and you see all the old timers in the bar just duck down. Guy pulls a gun on Thomas Shelby. Tommy's like, pulls a grenade out, puts it up to his face. And you're like, okay, that's an interesting threat. Pulls the pin, but still has the clip on. Okay. Hits the clip, stuffs it down his shirt, pushes him away. John runs outside, the windows, everything explodes. Tommy's just standing there. All the patrons had either run or ducked. And I'm like, that is a fucking brilliant reintroduction of an amazing character.
That's awesome.
Love it. Oh, it was so good.
Did the movie format work for it though?
Yes, I think overall, because
did it feel rushed? Any story elements feel rushed?
No, the pacing was fantastic because they have, I don't even know how long, but it was Tommy Shelby by himself with, I think it was Ugly Dog is this caretaker's name. And he was basically trying to get him to go interact with certain things that were happening, but only really on property. And one of them was, so it's a big thing about gypsies. That's a big thing in the countryside there, whatever. And it turns out that Rebecca Ferguson is the twin to one of his past lovers who he had a son with, and that's Duke. And Duke is now running the Peaky Blinders, but Duke's an asshole.
Right.
This is what I love about this historical fiction. There really was a munitions depot that was bombed in Birmingham, where this takes place in England. And the Peaky Blinders run by Duke show up, and they steal the rest of the weapons that were there. And instead of like giving them to the soldiers because they're getting bombed from the fucking Nazis, they take them for themselves. And that's one of the things that brings Cillian Murphy back into it, Tommy, because his son's fucking shit up. They have no relationship prior to them. I don't even know if they've ever met, but no relationship prior to the show. But then Tim Roth is with the Nazis trying to undermine Great Britain by printing mass amounts, like millions and millions of dollars of pounds of money to infuse into the system so that the financial setup of England is undermined too. Not just the bombings, and it's like, I love historical fiction. And they were going to use the Peaky Blinders to bring this money in, and the Duke would look awesome because he got like the greatest deal ever. Whereas back in the original series, a lot of what the Peaky Blinders did, yes, to benefit themselves and their family and their gang, but also to take care of the community. And now to see Duke being like, I don't give a fuck. It's all about me. It's like, wow.
It's father versus son.
That's the impetus. You don't know who, because he makes an alliance with Tim Roth of the Nazis. And you're like, I don't know how this is going to end. Who is going to support who? What's going to happen? Okay. It's great how they brought several characters back. Ada, his sister, they brought back the one who's survived. God, what's his name? Graham, Adolescence guy, Stephen Graham, brought him back, which was great. as an ally, and it's just God. The character's awesome. The world building's awesome. I'm sad it's got to be over at this point unless Barry Yogan, whatever, Duke decides to go on as the Shelby family and Peaky Blinders. But it is such a good world. I love it, love it, love it. And plug, as with a lot of Chase's stuff that he watched, go on nerdalert.world and you will see, or read our reviews and recaps of a lot of the stuff we're talking about. But I highly recommend. It's on Netflix. It sucks that if you've never seen Peaky Blinders, I don't think this would make much sense to you, and I don't think it's worth the watch. So you got to go watch the 5 seasons or whatever they had before. But goddamn, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Speaking of, I will have recaps and reviews for all the Malcolm episodes too.
Oh yeah.
And I think all the episodes will premiere at the same time on April 10th.
Okay.
Very cool. And that's another thing I love. I'm getting old. I hate like shrinking. Thank you for piecemealing it out for me so I can't just eat it all at once and get fat. But God damn it, I love to have all my media at once so I can watch it all at once at my leisure and not have to wait.
Yeah. That's how I felt with Invincible season 4 just premiered the first 3 episodes. God damn, I love that show. But I'm just like, fuck. Like, I just wish they released everything all at once so I can just watch this whole epic story. Because God, I love that comic, and this has been such a good adaptation.
I like when they do that. Another one I caught, Taylor Sheridan's newest one, The Madison, was nothing like I thought it would be. Like I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's like Yellowstone. In fact, for some reason, I had it in my mind that with all the rumors about what was going on with Kevin Costner and Yellowstone, that they were doing a spin-off or something like that with Kurt Russell. So I was really stoked thinking that was the idea of what was going on.
It's connected still, right?
Not even close. What'd you say, Chase? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
It's from the same world, right?
I think so, but so far that I know, there's no connection. Like they're not brothers. They're not related. There's just Montana. Seems to be.
Is that what they're saying? Is it's not necessarily Yellowstone? It's in Montana.
That could be. And it starts very ham-fisted with, oh, here's life in New York City, and here's life in Montana.
Just some guy going, I'm walking here.
Well, Kurt Russell's in Montana visiting his brother, and they never really get into it yet. And Matthew Fox is his brother, and he just lives in this out-of-the-way place, this estate that he called the Madison, which basically has 3 cabins, no running bathroom. That's one of the jokes. It's an outhouse, but there's like no real amenities there. And then every once a year, Kurt Russell flies out and they go fly fishing and do that stuff. And then cut to the scenes of his family in New York City and his youngest daughter. And like the first opening scene, there's mugged on the streets of New York. And
is it purely just drama?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no action or violence or anything.
There's a little side.
Yes and no. There's no like Yellowstone or what's the one you want? Mayor of Kingston? What's it called?
Mayor of Kingstown?
Yeah, it's not like that at all. It's not like King of Tulsa King. It's nothing like that at all. It's very much here's a drama.
They're filming that new season right now, and they're doing Linus. That dude is busy as shit. Man.
Really? You know, what'd be funny is if it did connect, like they were the shared worlds, but like, you just
and
see.
They're doing
Hold a minute, Chase. Hold it. Let Brendan finish his thought.
No, I was just saying, like, if it crosses over.
Sorry.
It crosses over, but you just see like Kurt Russell and Dennis Quaid like bump into each other at a grocery store. Like they're just in line next to each other because they're both in Montana. Like you don't have to have anything. You just, or like someone cuts him off in traffic and he's like, you dick, like the new girl. You know, like
use your car.
Like where it's the one scene and they just play it in both.
It's a crossover. No, it's a Subaru crossover.
But they don't even talk. They just that would be my idea.
They're doing he's doing another one with Sam Jackson, the Tulsa King spinoff. What's that one called again?
I can't remember where they're setting it. Is it New Orleans? I can't remember.
New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious for that one, obviously, because Tulsa.
What's it called though? It's something King.
I thought it was going to be called Montana, motherfucker.
But it's in Louisiana.
I'm leaving Montana, motherfucker.
I do remember that. I don't remember off the top of my head because then he's got the other one coming out, or is already out, with focusing on Casey from Yellowstone, who was the youngest son, brother, depending on what perspective, called U.S. Marshals, which I really enjoyed that character. I didn't know how they would do a spinoff.
How is it on CBS?
It's like NCIS. And I was disappointed by that. I'm like, oh, come on.
Would it have benefited from staying on Paramount Plus?
I think so. I really do, because I think they could have. Well, I don't know, because it's not like they cut back on violence or anything like that. They really dropped the Dutton side of things, which is what Yellowstone was the focus of. Yes, they bring it up and whatever, but it's more of a, here's the bad guy of the week, and we got to go take care of this. I'm not sure they found their footing yet. I did enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I felt like I was sitting with my dad watching NCIS or CSI or one of those things. I don't watch those shows. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, where it's just like villain of the week type things.
Yeah, not my favorite so far.
Womp womp.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely worth a watch, and the action, that one definitely has a lot of action, which is really interesting.
Giving it 2 womps.
Womps. The other one I've been watching, which I highly recommend, The Pit. Noah Wyle and The Pit on HBO Max, Warner Bros., whatever the fuck you want to call it, is so good. It's a medical procedure show. It actually got sued by the family of Michael Crichton, because supposedly it's too close to ER. And it's like, it's not. But
it doesn't seem that way.
The scenarios, the actors in it, they have, I love anytime she shows up at anything. Fiona Dourif, who is Brad Dourif's daughter from Child's Play, Chucky. She's in it. Not obviously anything to do with Chucky, but she's a doctor, and it's pretty badass to see her. And then Bryan Cranston's daughter is in it, sort of playing a somewhat on the spectrum medical doctor. But then she's got a sister who is, I can't remember exactly, like she's Down syndrome or autistic, I can't remember, but taking care of her too. And it's just, the world they build is so fascinating. I'm not usually the medical procedure guy. Like, I don't watch whatever ones are out now, like Grey's Anatomy, whatever. But this one, it just hits on all cylinders and just really, really good.
Yeah.
So looking it up, because I was curious about the name, it was called Nola King for New Orleans, but they changed the location. I don't know why. It's now called Frisco King, because it'll be in North Texas.
My guess is they got a tax credit.
Yeah.
Well, he has that. He's part owner of the 4 Sixes now. And so he has a big filming studio there, so they probably just changed it to there.
Yeah,
Did you hear about the new spinoff, Cleveland King? It's just going to be some homeless guy that's walking around Cleveland.
I'd watch it.
And then the twist is, it just turns out he's the mayor.
It's called Cleveland Steamer.
I would so watch the shit out of that.
Jimmy's like,
I don't every week for. That could have been so cool for production value in New Orleans.
Yeah,
now it's going to be in fucking Texas.
Well, it also helps with his other, I'm assuming, I haven't heard more about it, his other spinoff there was a character, Jimmy, on Yellowstone that went down to the Sixes, whatever that ranch was.
It's called the 4 Sixes, yeah.
And it probably makes it a lot easier to film all that stuff in just one place and make it look like it's Montana somehow.
That's lazy though, man.
I think that's where the other one with Rip and the daughter.
It's called Dutton Ranch now.
Yeah, I thought that was taking place in Texas now too.
So with the Y Marshals, is it noticeable that they don't curse anymore?
It did not stick out as something that I was expecting or looking for, because it's pretty violent. I mean, you don't see blood and guts, but you see guns and shooting, and
they say frick and darn a lot. Like,
I didn't. The lead character obviously is Casey from Yellowstone, but the lead dude for this U.S. Marshals team is sort of a Punisher. What's his name? Not Frank Castle, the guy actor.
John Bernthal?
Yeah, it's like John Bernthal light. It's
the dude from Jimmy's favorite movie, Prometheus, right?
What movie? Have you ever seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? I think I did that.
Mm.
Prometheus. Yeah, you're right. He is one of the dumbass scientists that.
That means we have to watch it again. That means we have to put it on again.
No, we don't.
You're right. He is. I didn't make that connection. Yes, he is in that movie.
Or better, how about what was it? Upgraded? Isn't that what it's called? Or Upgrade?
I don't know that one. Legit, I don't know that one.
Lee Wanell did it. He's a Saw writer. He did The Invisible Man also, but it's the one where the guy's wife is killed, and he's paralyzed, and they give him like an upgrade, like a
RoboCop.
You're selling the shit out of this, man.
I know, I'm fucking it up. Sorry.
I will say, I like revenge flicks done well. I Saw the Devil is probably my favorite. Highly recommend. I will never be visiting South Korea for that reason. But watching The Beekeeper, and I totally know I'm late to this game with Jason Statham. Dude, fucking balls, man. I love that guy. Such a good flick. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't seen it yet.
That is wild to me. I had no intention of seeing it.
It's just fun.
We gotta go see Jason Statham Stole My Bike.
I
didn't like Beekeeper. It was disappointing to me because they got David Ayer to do it, and it just I was waiting. I wanted a really brutal movie because that's what he does, and it just felt like another Jason Statham movie.
Were you watching the right movie, or were you watching Prometheus and the good movie Beekeeper? And
you know what I wanted Beekeeper to be? The whole movie, the fight he does in the end.
Yeah, with Lazarus.
That was a badass fight. That felt tonally very different from the rest of the movie. It felt
it was violent when that girl shows up in a truck with a minigun in the back and blows the shit out of that gas station. And
my favorite part of the movie was it's beekeeping time.
Actually, it's very accurate.
I think they're filming the second one right now.
I hope so.
Shut up.
It was so stupid.
Not joking.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that's one of the things I did say in my review is David Ayer is so underappreciated. I get Suicide Squad. His version just wasn't good. I do not believe it was his fault at all. I feel like there was a lot of studio interference because it started so strong. And he's a writer who became a director, so he's usually got really strong writing. So I was stoked to see that he was directing this, and it was really good. He is very underrated. I like him a lot. And then Jason Statham is like the coolest fucking badass ever who used to be a diver.
Oh, I forget about that.
Yeah. I'd like to see him and Timothy Oliphant, because he was a swimmer, just fight and see what happens. That would be awesome. Yeah.
That's such a weird correlation.
They get.
Why not? Let's see it, man.
It's an Olympics movie.
No, I thought maybe he'd be in a pool.
It'd be like Blades of Glory, but darker.
In Speedos? You just want to see him in Speedos.
You're the one that brought up Speedos, bro. I was going to think like the off season where they're in jogging outfits.
We started with Predator versus Ewoks, and we ended with Jason Statham versus Timothy Oliphant in a pool wearing Speedos. So if you only watch the beginning and then click towards the end, you're gonna think it got real weird there for a minute.
But they gotta have like completely untrimmed bushes, just
Jesus
like Brillo pads,
just as hairy as possible.
What is wrong with you? So this is set in like 1970s?
No, he wants it to be a 3D movie too.
We have Wang.
Jason 3D. See, look at that. We tied it all together. That's how good comedy shows do it. They circle back.
I don't know what to think or say or do or.
Yeah,
I'm here for the ride, I guess.
You're left to contemplate until the next meeting.
Well, the only other one I was going to say is Scrubs.
So good.
Back with a Vengeance, thoroughly enjoying it. It's so interesting how they were able to update the themes that are going on. AI was a big one in this last episode, which was hilarious because, going back to the pit, they're talking about AI using it in a realistic way. And Noah Wiley's character is like, yeah, but now you're going to force the doctors to see more patients because it's cutting down on the time they need to do charts and shit, and we're not going to get paid anymore. Versus in Scrubs, another medical procedure, JD is dating an AI app because he can't really get back out into the dating world. And he's like, so what pairs well with a chicken parmesan? And AI is telling him this movie as a female voice, like, oh my God, you know me so well. And you're like, two ends of the spectrum on what AI is going to be doing.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I that's the one thing I wasn't into was the fact that they split up JD and I wish they would have kept that together. I would have rather see that, but see now I feel like I'm just gonna be watching all of these going like, fuck, I hope they get back together. Like,
well, that's what this last episode was a lot like with Sam and Diane. Are they? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they tried to go out on a date, and it was hilarious. The role reversal where this chick just wanted sex. That's all she wanted, and JD's like, ah! And at the end, she calls him like a prude pussy or something like that. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
How the roles have changed. We're all getting older, including Chocolate Bear and Vanilla Bear.
Yeah. Well, they can't do Eagle anymore because it hurt his back. That sucked.
Eagle.
All that, and I was like, God damn it.
But it's so true. So true.
I'm just glad to see Todd hasn't changed whatsoever.
That was actually good. I was like, why are they going to do Todd? And they're just like, he is an HR nightmare.
Well, I think Hooch is in more episodes this season than he's ever been in the whole series.
Hooch
just
is
keeps showing up.
I love that. That was a good first episode where he's like, Hooch is still crazy.
And then he shows up at poker night. And I'm like, damn, Hooch he must be, I don't know, right now down the hall or something.
Is Ted?
Yeah, we're going to go to a rave. Oh, you can party? I'm in. What time? Midnight? No.
Yeah. I was like, yep, hell yeah. But is Ted the only person that passed away?
Is that the lawyer?
Yeah.
I think so, because even the old dude who ran the hospital is still alive.
Yeah,
he's still alive.
I think he's supposed to appear before the end of the season.
Yeah, because he was on their podcast when they were doing that back in COVID.
Yeah.
And I was surprised he was alive then. But yeah, I believe everybody else, I'm sure they're going to be like, oh, this patient in episode 2 of season 3.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
But the mainstays, yeah, I think they are. All, the African-American nurse at the front desk.
Well, she passed away in the show, too.
But see, they brought her back as her sister or whatever, remember?
Did they?
Yeah, because that was one of the things they talked on the podcast, that Bill Lawrence regretted that so much. It was a great storyline, but regretted it. So then he brought the actress back as like twin sis or something weird that, yeah.
Well, either way,
she has passed in real life.
It's been solid so far.
Yeah.
I think I'm one episode behind where you're at. So,
and then Chase, the other one I want to mention, just because I saw the review on the website, was Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary. That's out now. Want to give us a brief? I mean, don't do as well as you did with Upgrade. Don't overwhelm us like that.
It's like, oh, there's some spaceships.
There's spaceships and Ryan Gosling and a rock.
And a rock.
We're there.
Sounds great.
Guys.
And Harry Styles.
Harry Styles is in it?
So it's Eternal?
His song is in it.
Like, huh?
He does
Why
the
are we
voice
letting
of
Harry
Rock?
Styles in here.
Nice.
The voice of Rocky is actually the stuntman or the puppeteer that was originally doing it. They liked his voice, I guess. So,
That's cool.
Damn.
I like how that stuff kind of happens.
He was doing a Kermit the Frog impression, and they were like, "God damn it, this is our guy."
Kermit the Frog.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Give him a contract.
Frank Oz, my voice is.
Jim Henson did Kermit, not
Yoda. I was doing Yoda.
Yeah, but we were talking about
That was Frank Oz,
Page
bro.
tuners, they were not.
Yeah,
I just said that.
It's Frank Oz, dude.
I'm gonna come over there into that room, and I'm gonna stare at you disappointed.
Oh, you are home. I forgot. That was another
Go
good
do
one.
that, James. It'll be funny for the video. Go do it.
Yeah,
The
come
Muppet
on. Tackle him.
If you haven't seen the Muppet Show yet, please go do it. It was awesome.
Oh, 10 out
Is
of
that
10.
the one with the
10 out of
first
10.
episode was
I wanted
Sabrina
to show-
Carpenter?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh dear.
Oh, yes.
It was good stuff. And I want more. So please, everybody who watches us, go see
I'm
that.
trying to see where somebody did a fan cast of the Muppets. Like now that it's back up, and dear God, if I can find it, it is such a good idea of like lists of hosts they should do. God damn it, who did that? They said Pedro Pascal. They said you bring Steve Martin back.
Gotta have a Mark Hamill. Gotta have a Mark Hamill in there.
Yeah. What else did they say?
Luke Skywalker, you got old. Who the hell is Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, I'll try to look it up, and if I can find it, I'll save it for another episode. But they lay out like who should host the new stuff. Oh, Daniel Craig, because you can finally do a Knives Out crossover sketch.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It was one of them. God, where are the other ones? Chapel Rowan needs to appear just because of Miss Piggy. They said Alan Cumming would be great right now because of Traders and everything. But I thought Daniel Craig was a very good possible nod. I hope that takes off. There's no reason it shouldn't be a Disney Plus series going forward. It was such a good special. I fucking love the Muppets. God damn it.
Yeah.
God,
one more.
Damn, I love the Muppets. Well, I think that's going to do it. I think we'll end right there. But thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, follow, subscribe, do all the stuff. Send us some comments. Got any questions, things like that. And, just do the normal internet stuff.
You have about 2 weeks. Man on the Moon, so go watch it.
Go watch Man on the Moon for the book club. And then we get Jason's pick. Can't wait. Because I know it's going to be Blade Runner.
I've seen things.
Still seeing them. But anyways, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. And until next time, have a nerdy week.